Welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Connie with Mind Your Health podcast. This week, I want to really talk about the great blur between work and life, and 10 things you can do to optimize your health and your life. So, welcome. This is Dr. Connie. And today, really, this is something that's been on my mind because in this world today, there is such an overlap between work, exercise, eating, and all your habits post pandemic looks very different to before, even our relationships with other people. We'll explore the implications of spending long hours at our desks at home and why mindfulness and movement for health is more important today now than ever before. Okay. So there is a remote work revolution. I too work from home now. The pandemic's role in normalizing remote work is super profound. Even as COVID-19 pandemic subsides, remote work continues to gain popularity. I know many people have gone back to the offices, but want to come back, and their goal is to come back home to set up shop at home. But I want to kind of talk about the implications of that. It's popular for various reasons. There are some key factors contributing to the ongoing shift towards remote work post-pandemic. There's proven success during the pandemic. Many companies and organizations, including my company, could maintain productivity and efficiency by leveraging remote work. This demonstrated the viability of remote work as a long-term work arrangement. And now my team, many of them are all over the world working remotely for me. Second is employment demand for flexibility. Employees have experienced the benefit of remote work, like improved work-life balance, reduced commute times, and flexible scheduling. And as a result, many are seeking continued flexibility in their work arrangements. Third thing is enhanced technology and collaboration tools. The rapid advancements in communication and collaboration tools during this pandemic has been so amazing and have made remote work more efficient and seamless. And companies like mine have now access to a wider range or wide range of tools that support remote work, making it a more viable long-term option, which is super great because I know somebody who goes off and travels the world while they're working remotely. And one of my employees are going from San Diego to somewhere, out of state, out of the country to work for 3 months and to see if that's something that she wants to do and live there, with her spouse or her partner. Another benefit is environmental benefits. Remote work can have positive environmental impacts by reducing emission from daily commutes and lowering the demand for office space. For companies like mine, prioritizing sustainability, it allows me to adapt remote work policies to align with the environmental goals as a whole. And then there's the business resilience. The pandemic highlighted the importance of the adaptability and resilience in facing unforeseen circumstances. Remote work capabilities can help organizations maintain business continuity in the future crisis or even disruptions, and we become unstoppable regardless, right? While remote work, though, offers numerous benefits, it also presents challenges and drawbacks as well. And here are some cons and challenges associated with remote work. This is thing that I notice about myself, as well as I talk to my employees about. It's isolation and loneliness. Remote work can lead to isolation and loneliness as employees or us as workers may miss social interaction and camaraderie of a traditional office environment. Sometimes I crave it, and this can impact mental health and overall well-being. There's communication challenges too. The lack of face-to-face interactions can create communication barriers and misunderstandings. nonverbal cues like body language and tone of voice, which is the most important. In fact, it's the most important. It makes up about 80%, if not more, can be lost in written communication or even video calls. And then maintaining work-life balance becomes a challenge. Remote work can blur the boundary between personal and professional life, making it difficult for people to maintain a healthy work-life balance. The lack of physical separation between work and home can also increase stress and burnout if not careful. There's also distractions and time management. There's the laundry piling up, the dishes that need to be done, but when we're working from home, we can do all that in our minds, right? During work hours. Working from home can present distractions not present in an office environment, like family members, pets, my dogs, household chores, personal interests. Managing time effectively and staying focused can be challenged for some remote workers, and the productivity can go down and impact your bottom line. There is also an impact of extended desk time because when we work at home, it means we're working in front of the computer. And prolonged sitting and sedentary life, often associated with remote work, can contribute to various health risks and have long-term consequences on overall health and well-being. Some of these risks and consequences include obesity, which goes hand in hand with prolonged sitting, which can lead to weight gain and obesity as it reduces the number of calories burned compared to more active lifestyles. And that little work that you used to do from parking lot to office and working at the office space to go out for lunch and all the things and surround yourself with people, all those activities add up over time. And obesity is associated with an increased risk of developing chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, it's on the rise, heart disease, and some types of cancer as well. Second is heart disease. Sedentary behavior is linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease like coronary artery disease, heart attacks and strokes, blood pressure issues, lack of physical activity, which can contribute to higher blood pressure, increased cholesterol levels, and reduced blood flow, all risk factors for heart disease. And then there's the musculoskeletal issues, which I'm an expert at. Long periods of sitting can actually lead to musculoskeletal problems such as low back pain, neck pain, and poor posture, leading to debilitation if not taken care of. Sitting for extended periods can cause muscle imbalances, decreased flexibility, and weakened muscle tone, contributing to chronic pain and discomfort in this cascade and perpetual, inflammatory process. And then there is the mental toll of constant screen time. There's eye strain because prolonged screen time can cause digital eye strain, also known as computer vision syndrome. Symptoms include dry eyes, blurred vision, headaches, and eye discomfort. Second thing is fatigue. Constant exposure to screens can lead to mental and physical fatigue, negatively impacting productivity and overall well-being. Third is reduced cognitive function. Excessive screen time can be associated with reduced cognitive function, including decreased attention span, memory, and problem-solving abilities. And then reduction in physical activity levels. This is huge. Remote work can often lead to a more sedentary lifestyle. You don't have to do anything. You just get complacent, as you may not have the same opportunities for physical activities as you would in a traditional office setting, like walking or cycling to work, taking stairs, or engaging in physical activities during breaks. Because a lot of the companies have a gym or something. And not only that, when you're in this environment, like get ready to go to work, you're more inclined to go do something to break away from this office setting because there's a clear boundary. You're at work and there's that boundary, right? So I want to this leads me into talking about the long-term consequences of your overall health and well-being. There's a decreased life expectancy. A sedentary lifestyle, including prolonged sitting, is associated with higher mortality risk. And there are studies that have shown that individuals who sit for long periods daily have a higher risk of premature death than those who engage in more physical activity. There's also mental health issues, which is huge. Sedentary behavior has been linked to an increased risk of mental health problems, such as anxiety and depression, as physical activity positively impacts mood and mental well being. That includes any movement. To mitigate these risks, it's essential to incorporate regular physical activity movements, breaks, and proper ergonomics into your daily routine. Ergonomics meaning your seated postures and placing your computer screen a certain way, keyboard a certain way, making a careful decision to check your ergonomic health, as in your chair, the comfort level of it, your posture, and all these things really, really play into this. Taking mini short breaks to stand up, stretch, or walk, and movements incorporated regularly into your seated work is huge for your overall mental and life expectancy and vitality. Okay. So this is what happens when most people dismiss the warning signs. Because dismissing the warning signs of potential health issues can lead to several negative consequences, including delayed diagnoses. Ignoring symptoms may delay the diagnosis of underlying medical conditions. And early detection, remember, and treatment are often crucial for effectively reversing and managing or treating health problems. And then you're going to get worsening of health conditions. It doesn't get better on its own. Dismissing symptoms can allow health issues to progress and become more severe, leading to more challenging and recovery process and potentially irreversible damage. Increased medical costs. Delaying in treatment may result in more extensive and costly medical interventions in the future. And early interventions can help prevent complications and reduce overall healthcare expenses. And then there's the decreased quality of life. Ignoring symptoms can negatively impact an individual's daily life, as untreated health issues can cause chronic pain, discomfort, or decreased functioning. Third is compromised mental health. Dismissing symptoms can contribute to increased stress, anxiety, and depression, as individuals may struggle with uncertainty and worry associated with undiagnosed health issues. This is greater than the health issues themselves. And then there's reduced productivity and work performance, because untreated health problems can actually lead to decreased focus, energy, and productivity at work, potentially impacting career growth and job satisfaction and financial devastation. The strain on personal relationship. This is huge, you guys. Health issues can affect personal relationships with family members and friends, and may worry about the individual's well-being or experience stress from ongoing and additional caregiving responsibilities that could have been prevented. And let's not even go into the shame and the blame that goes into all of that, right? So I want you guys to really pay attention to the emotional and mental health in the remote work area. And this is what you can do to fix all the things that I talked about. Because working remotely can bring unique mental and emotional challenges, which is at the forefront of your health decline. And to maintain mental and emotional well-being while working remotely, consider the following coping strategies to regulate your nervous system. Number one is to establish a routine. Create a daily routine with the consistent work hours, breaks, and personal time. I use my iPhone to really put in my break times to alert me to drink water, to take a break, sit up straight. All the things can be done with these smart devices if used correctly. A routine can provide structure and balance, making it easier to manage work-related stress and maintain work-life boundaries. Create a designated workspace is the second one, especially if you're working remotely at home. Set up a designated workspace that is comfortable, well lit, and free from distractions. This can help you mentally to separate work from your personal life, reducing stress and promoting focus. Third is practice time management. Use time management techniques such as setting goals, prioritizing tasks, and breaking projects into smaller steps. Effective time management can help reduce feelings of overwhelm and increase productivity. And then next is to stay connected. Maintain regular communication with your friends, your colleagues, and family to reduce the feelings of isolation and stay socially engaged. You have to make an effort to go out. Like for a while there, most of us, including myself, I struggled with going out because I felt so isolated, and I started to get what do you call this? Like social anxiety. I didn't know how to interact with people. And I talked about this with my boys too, who are teenagers because they were at home, cooped up at home. They too had social anxiety as we kind of went on our way back to schools and incorporated back into our daily lives. And that took a steep, learning curve. And it's okay to recognize that, right? So it's important to stay connected via video calls, phone calls, messaging apps, or virtual events, and make a effort to stay connected by joining these opportunities. Okay. And then the other thing is take regular breaks. Schedule short breaks throughout the day to rest, stretch, or engage in a brief activity that helps you to recharge. Taking breaks helps to reduce stress, prevents burnout, and maintain mental clarity. To take that mental break, even if it's just for a minute, it's a huge, huge productivity enhancement. And this is the most important thing, is not just any movement. I want you to incorporate what's called mindful movement connected to your breath. Incorporate regular physical activity into your routine like yoga. I have a YouTube channel that has desk yoga so that you can have brief activity that helps you to recharge. And taking breaks can actually help reduce stress, prevent burnout, and maintain that mental clarity that no other thing. And also, mindful movement can help reduce stress, improve your mood, and increase energy levels in that moment, as well as improve your mental and emotional well-being. And this next thing is something that feels very untouchable for many people, but it's to practice mindfulness. You have to cultivate it, and you do this by using tools like relaxation techniques. Engaging in mindful practices like meditation. Meditation is nothing other than you being mindful. And I connect mindful movement with meditation because you can do that with focus and clarity on the breath and movement to get you deeper into tuning inward. You don't have to sit and be a meditation guru. All you have to do is take deep breaths in and out to enhance this awareness to your physical body and connecting to it. These techniques can help you to manage stress, improve focus, and promote emotional well-being and regulate your nervous system. The next is setting boundaries. Establish clear boundaries between work and personal life. Communicate your work hours and availability to colleagues and family members to prevent work from encroaching on your time, because it'll happen if you're not careful. And next is seek social support. You guys, it's more important than ever to reach out to friends, family, or coworkers or social gatherings when facing challenges or experiencing emotional difficulties. Sharing your feelings and your vulnerabilities and discussing problems and having a safe place like that can provide perspective and alleviate stress in the most profound ways. Next is obvious, but we don't do enough of. It's prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that promote self-care, like engaging in hobbies, getting enough sleep, and eating a balanced diet. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional needs can help build resilience and improve overall well-being. Lastly, it's to stay hydrated. Drinking water regularly, you guys, helps to keep your body functioning at its best. So I hope you enjoyed this episode because this is something I struggled with for a long time. It's new for everybody. But when we stay focused on this and make sure that we actually do things to reduce the barriers to our health, it's the most important thing that you do. And the most important, I tell you guys over and over again, is to self regulate your nervous system. And that's the tools that we share here at Dr. Connie Chung at Alkaline Method, Alkaline Wellness, my studio. Yoga is the bridge between your mind and body, and to take you further above and beyond the mind body so you can elevate your mental clarity, elevate your emotions toward the new future that you want, new version of yourselves. The transformative journey. Yoga is the path. And really, I want to share more and more the eightfold limbs of yoga and go deeper into above and beyond the asanas, the poses, because it's so deep when practiced mindfully. And that's what I want to share with you because your healing starts from the inside out. There's no healing that can be done from the outside in when you're not able to self-regulate, to integrate the external inputs in a way that you can integrate it into your nervous system. And only you are in charge of that. I would love to know your feedback and your responses from this podcast. What are you challenging or what are you facing challenges with from working remotely post-pandemic? I'd love to connect with you. Find me on Instagram, Dr. Connie Chung, TikTok, as well as YouTube, all same handle, Dr. Connie Chung. And don't forget to subscribe and download my podcast. Leave us a review. We read every single review and we thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. And it's Dr. Connie, Mind Your Health podcast. All the links are below. I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.